James.
And I'm Ashley.
Last year we sold our house and we're traveling across the country with our kids.
Hi, my name's Goose, and this is Maverick. Come join us.
Today is going to be a crazy day. Today we are leaving this tiny little room, the ginormous ship, and we are doing something I have never done. We're doing something that none of us have ever done in our entire lives.
How many Americans have gotten to do it since the 50s?
Yeah, well, not only are we leaving the continental United States and going to a different country, because I've gone to Canada and I've gone to Mexico and Hawaii in the past 30 years of my life. So today we are going to Cuba. You excited to go explore with your cousins in a brand new country?
And bread.
Hey, kid, what are you doing naked? Naked and eating.
And I'm having bread. Well, dough bread.
So for those of you that don't know, until like 2 or 3 years ago, Cuba had its borders closed for the past 50 years, however, 60 years, you know, with the whole Cuban Missile Crisis and all that kind of stuff. So recently, they opened their borders and they have limited trade and whatnot. So tourists are allowed to actually come in and explore this country that has been closed off and has been kind of like a time capsule for the past 6 decades. So I'm really excited to get in there. I don't know what to expect. I have like no preconceived notions. I haven't done any really research. This is me going in blind, but I think it's gonna be a good day. You excited, Mom?
Who's excited about cousins?
All right, let's go. Mommy and Mav are going through security customs. You made it.
So we don't need our pieces of paper. That's weird.
Yeah. I guess they already got our money. We aren't in the States anymore, guys. Check out these cars. Throwback. What do you see? It's a horse. Do you feel like you're on The Amazing Race right now? Quick, get a taxi. It's a horse, guys. There it is. There's the horsey. There he is. Look at that taxi, guys. That's so cool.
Look at the Cadillac.
One after another, man.
That's so cool. So what year was it that they closed the borders?
The Cuban Missile Crisis was 1962.
Okay.
And after that, they were frozen in time.
That's crazy. So we've officially made it to my first foreign country outside of North America. It seems sad that it's been 30 years and this is my first time getting out, but I'm so excited to get out here and explore. And I already feel like, literally, that's the pier right there, but I already feel like there's so much more culture and history here, like things back here from the 1700s. It's so crazy. So I'm really excited. We're actually booking a tour, or we already booked a tour today to go and explore Cuba. So that's what today is about. Today is all about what is it like getting out of North America and going and exploring some different countries, some different cultures, and doing it for the first time.
On your land. Do 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 do. Boondockers welcome.
You guys have heard us talk about it before, but you know that we love Boondockers Welcome. We've used it for quite a while now at tons of locations across the states and highly recommend it.
This is honestly a great way to pick the brains of RVers, meet some really cool people.
So the way Boondockers Welcome works is it's similar to other property hosting things in that there is the host side and then there is the guest side. So even if you aren't wanting to be a guest like us, like Ashley was saying, you can sign up to be a host and have people like us come to your properties. And the great thing about that is with almost every host we've stayed with, we've had time to sit and talk with them, have a drink with them. We've even had dinner with them before and share stories both from them and from us. So it's a great way for hosts like potentially you to learn about the RVing lifestyle. So,
who doesn't want us on their property? Come on, put us in your driveway.
I'm sure most of you don't want us in your property, but if you do want people like us coming to your house, invited specifically, then Boondockers Welcome is a great way to dip your toe into this RVing lifestyle.
So if you guys want to learn more, go ahead and click the link down below. It will take you to Boondockers Welcome and you can learn about all the different places just to see if it's something that you're interested in. Boondockers Welcome.
It's so cool seeing all these ornate details that have been kind of run down over the past few hundred years. Like if you look up there, you can see those statues of those people where they probably used to be extremely detailed, but now it just looks like a melted piece of butter. I don't know, like looks like something that could have been made out of Play-Doh or something. It's just all smooth and worn out. And there are pigeons and birds everywhere. It's so crazy. It is so cool looking. So there's your local butcher shop, guys. And that place I showed you before was their bodega store, right?
Their grocery store.
That's so crazy that this is still life here in Cuba. It's crazy.
For us to make it through the night, stormy weather, weary eyes, hope to make it through the night. Before this night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
Maverick found like the wild street cats. And Big step. Big step. Good job. Okay, go get your cousin. You guys, look at these trees. These are not trees planted. These are trees growing out of the cracks of the building.
Ernest Hemingway wrote Old Man and the Sea and said he did it in like 8 weeks or something.
Which hotel? This one right here or the pink one?
Was it this one or the pink one that he wrote Old Man and the Sea?
The pink one is the hotel that he was at.
In 8 weeks?
The church.
In
So
8 weeks.
why is it taking you so long to write your book?
I know. She's not angry.
In a church like this, because Maverick has definitely never been in a church like this, but it is so ancient and old feeling. They have all the old original pews in there, all of these beautiful artworks and statues along the outer perimeter. So crazy. So this is a world famous restaurant, you guys, believe it or not. Who did he say? What were the famous people, Cristo?
Obama and Rihanna and...
Oh, sure, I think he said. And the funny thing is this is one of the few restaurants in Cuba that accept credit cards. So you can actually see the credit card sign right there, which is hilarious. But even...
One of the few that's like independently owned.
Yeah, it's not government operated. And everything in Cuba is owned and run by the government, from stores to restaurants, hotels, whatever. So seeing private enterprise like that is a rarity. The architecture here is so cool. I've never been to Europe or anything like that, but from all the movies and videos and things I've seen, this feels very old European-like with these old structures and whatnot. It's so beautiful. Unfortunately, going on tours with children is not necessarily a good thing. So this one's ready for a nap, but the tour is not even half over. So we got the Ford over here and the Chevy back here. Yeah? No, you're okay. So we've been touring around the city of Habana, and we are currently up at this lookout point. If you look down there, you guys can see our ship. Well, actually, you can't see our ship because we have like the little baby ship hidden behind that ship right there. But you can look down at the port. But we have driven up here because this is where they have their, kind of like Rio's Christ the Redeemer statue of Jesus. They have their Cristo de la Habana up here. So this is just one of the stops on the tour. But it has been crazy to just drive around this town and see everything from new buildings to rundown old favelas or whatever they're called. Just the different kinds of wealth juxtaposition right next to each other. Not to mention seeing all of these like military things. This is crazy. Definitely an eye-opening experience. So there were a few things I wanted to point out. I'm by no means going to pretend to be a tour guide that knows everything about Cuba, but there were a couple fun facts that our tour guide told us. This building right here, obviously it looks just like our Capitol building and they're remodeling it right now, but back in '59 it stopped being the house of the government and for some reason turned into a museum. So for the past 60 years it's been nothing but a glorified museum, which is crazy. Okay, and now this is even more interesting. Right here it looks like we're going into Chinatown, but then all of a sudden this looks very familiar. Run down but familiar. They modeled this intersection, all these buildings, after New York Times Square. So right there, that's where the ball would drop down. Super cool. Anyways, so after driving around for a few hours, we got some food and man, it was delicious. Let me tell you, it was interesting. The outside of this building looks nothing like the inside. The outside looked like a favela, like a rundown old building. And then you come in and all of a sudden there's air conditioning. It's brand new. Super cool how I've taken some of these buildings and just making them modern because of tourism is really helping boost certain parts of their economy. Anyways, after food, which was delicious, our tour was coming to a close, so we were headed back to the ship. Alright guys, Maverick is ready for the red carpet. She's got her dress on, looking pretty. You look good, Mav. You look good.
Oh, what are they?
You sad that the cruise is over, Goose?
Watch out. Coming through.
The cruise is over. We are walking off the gangplank. We're back in Miami. It's back to reality. Come on, Mav, let's go. Go, go, go. Let's go get our luggage. Say bye-bye to the boat. Can you wave bye-bye? Say bye, boat. No.
That's her boat. My boat.
What?
My boat.
It's your boat.
That's what she kept saying. My boat.
Go get Papa and Uncle. Go get that auntie. Go take that auntie. Now let's pretend we're giving them a tour to the cruise. So guys.
It's so good to be home, you guys. We had a blast on the cruise, but I can't wait to get back to RV life. But until next time, guys, remember, stay positive, get out there. Life is an adventure, so make some memories.